Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dive deep into your body's command and control center, the incredible, intricate systems that are running the whole show.
Think about it. From a simple blink to a complex thought, your body is constantly making decisions. So, who's in charge of all that? Well, we're about to find out. We're going to explore the two amazing systems that make it all happen. One that's lightning fast and one that plays the long game.
Okay, so it all kicks off with a really simple cause and effect relationship that actually governs every single action you take.
All right, picture this. You step out of a dark room into the bright sun. That sudden light, that's a stimulus. It could be a loud noise, a sudden drop in temperature, or the smell of pizza. It's really any change that your body can detect.
So you step into the sun, that's the stimulus. And you squint, that's the response. Simple, right? But the key takeaway here is that a stimulus triggers a response. And the way your body organizes all the different parts needed to pull that off, that whole process is called coordination.
Now let's jump into the first of our two systems, and this one is the body's high-speed internet, its own electrical superhighway, the nervous system.
So, the nervous system is basically split into two main teams. First up, you've got the central nervous system, or CNS. That's the brain and spinal cord, the main command center. Then you have the peripheral nervous system, or PNS. Think of this as a massive network of messengers carrying signals from every part of your body to the command center and then carrying orders back out again.
This is just a perfect way to think about how the CNS works. The brain is the prime minister, right? It's making all the big, strategic decisions. The spinal cord, well, that's like the home minister, handling the urgent, local stuff and acting as the main information highway. They're a team, and both are absolutely essential. And if we zoom way in, this entire network is built from these specialized cells called neurons. You can basically think of them as living data cables. A signal comes in through the dendrite, gets processed in the cell body, and then zap, it zips down the long axon cable, ready to be passed on to the next cell in the chain.
So how does the signal get from one neuron to the next? This is where it gets really cool. See, they don't actually touch. There's a tiny gap called a synapse. To jump across, the electrical impulse converts into a chemical message. These chemicals float across the gap and then trigger a new electrical signal in the next neuron. It's this incredible conversion that happens in a fraction of a second.
So, the nervous system is super fast. What does it do with all that speed? Well, it uses it to protect you with an incredible emergency plan, the reflex.
Not all actions are created equal. You choose to walk or talk, those are voluntary. Your heart beats without you thinking about it, that's involuntary. But a reflex action is a special kind of involuntary action. It's automatic, it's instantaneous, and it's designed to protect you. And the crucial difference? It's controlled directly by the spinal cord, not the brain.
This whole pathway is known as the reflex arc. You touch a hot pan. Receptors in your skin scream a warning through a sensory neuron, straight to the spinal cord. The spinal cord doesn't bother the brain. It makes an instant decision. A command zips back through a motor neuron to your arm muscle, which contracts, yanking your hand away. And all of this happens before your brain even registers the pain.
But for everything that isn't an emergency reflex, from solving a puzzle to keeping your balance, we need to consult the main command center, the brain.
You know, your brain isn't just one big blob. It's more like three specialized departments. You've got the forebrain, the big boss responsible for thinking, memory, and conscious choices. The hindbrain is life support, handling all the automatic stuff like breathing and balance. And the midbrain? It's the essential connector, the bridge that allows them to communicate.
You know, the source material for this explainer gives us a fantastic and really fun way to remember what one part of the hindbrain, the medulla, does. Think medu vata. Seeing that delicious food might make you salivate. Eating too much might affect your blood pressure or heartbeat, or even cause vomiting. It's a silly but super effective way to remember those vital involuntary functions.
Given its importance, it's no surprise the brain is heavily protected. It sits inside the cranium, which is a hard, bony box. It's wrapped in 3 protective layers of membrane called the meninges. And on top of that, it's literally floating in a special shock-absorbing liquid, the cerebrospinal fluid, which cushions it from any bumps or jolts.
Okay, so we've seen the body's high-speed electrical network. But what about jobs that aren't about instant reactions, but about long-term management? For that, the body uses an entirely different communication system. One that's slower, but just as critical.
This second system is the endocrine system,
and it uses chemical messengers called hormones. Instead of zipping along nerves, hormones are released by glands directly into your bloodstream. They travel all over your body to deliver instructions for long-term processes like growth, metabolism, and mood.
So let's meet some of the key players. You have the pituitary, the master gland that directs many others and releases growth hormone. The thyroid acts like the body's thermostat, regulating metabolism. The adrenal glands give you that shot of adrenaline for fight or flight moments. And the pancreas keeps your energy steady by managing blood sugar. And this really shows just how powerful these chemical messages are. It's all about delicate balance. Too much growth hormone during childhood can lead to gigantism, too little can cause dwarfism. It's a clear example of why getting the chemical signal exactly right is so critical for these long-term processes.
So, here's the bottom line on how these two systems work together. The nervous system is like sending an email. It's instant, direct, and for urgent messages. The endocrine system is more like postal mail. It's slower, but it sends widespread messages with long-lasting effects. Your body needs both to perfectly coordinate everything from a sudden flinch to your overall growth.
So when you think about these two systems as the body's government, you have to wonder what happens when their communication lines break down. It really makes you appreciate the incredibly complex, delicate dance of electricity and chemistry happening inside you right now. It's what keeps us going every moment of every day.